about to get into live. Be sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask BlueJae, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in. And right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Yo, what's happening in? What's happening in? Ow! It's your boy $2 Fabo, Bankhead Fabo. Ow! Hey, man, check this out. I want y'all to tune in right now to the Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. And I want you to tune in every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Ah! Ow! Fabo!
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Gary P, the DJ of Boot Camp Radio. You're tuned in right now to Blueprint Live with MzMetchi. Let's go.
Shop MzMetchi's exclusive sunglasses collection, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, at MzMetchi.com/shop. You won't be disappointed.
Why you?
I give you what you need.
Hey. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I'm just jamming out to Amio. Like, I needed to throw it back. I'm like, it's Throwback Thursday. His new project is probably out right now, so I need the new music, but I'm jamming to this too. Check that ass for me. Make it black. Let me get in the comments. Hey Chanel, shout out to Not a Statistic Apparel and Not a Statistic TV, y'all. It's good. Hey girl, thank you for checking in with me. Woo. I just had to jam out real quick. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to another episode of the Blueprint Live. I got my auntie Leslie checking in. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, auntie. Hey to you. Very good to see you. We have Bledsoe Media and Aspire Creative checking in, okay? We have Mr. Bledsoe himself. Thank you so much. This is one of our sponsors. You all make sure that you go. He has a 40% off special for both of his businesses right now. And, you know, I was about to get into it, but I'm like, he hopped on, so we need to go ahead and do that. Chanel say, you look so beautiful. I love Blueprint Media. Oh, thank you so much, sis, and I love you right back. Y'all make sure y'all go and check out my sis. Chanel is still on Monday evenings, correct? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Make sure you drop the information in there, Chanel, before you leave me tonight, okay? Because, look, I know people be popping in and out. That's okay. I'm cool with it, okay? Just want to welcome y'all back. I hope that, you know, whatever's going on, you've been having an incredible week. It's been hella gloomy out in the Chicagoland area. Lots of rain, lots of storms. So, you know, if you were one of the people that was affected, you had trees uprooted by your house, I'm definitely, MzMetchi is praying for you and just hoping that you are pushing through during this time. It's still supposed to be hot as hell, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all stay safe, okay? Look, trying to get the little hairs down. So look, before I go any further, let me let you know, if you would like to advertise with me, advertise on the show, or, you know, this is the thing. I have commercial spots even for my listeners. I'm getting a lot of listeners, y'all, through Spotify and iHeart and the other podcast communities that the Blueprint Live and MzMetchi one-on-one streams on. So if you would like to advertise and you want like your business advertised during that, I also have commercial spots available for that, as well as here on the show every Thursday. So had to let you know that. Visit the bpmediaco.com for more information, and you all can learn more about all of my sponsors. If you're checking in with me tonight, I need you to drop those businesses in the comments. Tag a friend. If you're not a business owner, you're tuning in, because I got some good stuff for y'all. Y'all, the What Would You Do is going to knock your socks off. Y'all, I read it and I was like, damn, I don't even know what I would do in the situation. So y'all make sure y'all tune in with me. Chanel did confirm, yes, it's Monday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Facebook, Not a Statistic Apparel. Okay, that is the live that you're going to hop on. I had the opportunity to be on Chanel's show. Oh my goodness. This woman has a testimony. Chanel, I'm sending you my love, and you know why I'm sending you my love. Just keeping you uplifted during this time, girl. I'm so proud of you. You have been pushing through, and I just want to let you know, Queen, I see you. I see you and salute. Okay, that's real talk. Before I go any further into the show, you know I got to thank my sponsors. Ooh, I got to thank them. Want to start it off with random thoughts, okay? So I'm going to share something with you all really, really quick. They have a pop-up that's coming up on September 3rd. I need y'all to put this, my South Suburban folks, into your calendar, okay? They're having a pop-up shop extravaganza. It's going on at the Atrium in Country Club Hills. If you are from the South Suburban area, you know where the Atrium is, okay? So make sure that you come. She's got all types of vendors and random thoughts. I love her business. Like, Lauren is an artist. Her business partner, they've come together to be able to provide meaningful gifts for people. So, you know, you don't have to just go to the store and pick up something. They will personalize gifts that you can give. You know what I'm saying? And I love their business. It's called Random Thoughts. You know how you just think about somebody and you like, I want to send them some love. I want to send them some good vibes. You can definitely do that with our sponsor, Random Thoughts. And make sure that you all go, go sign up. If you want to be a vendor, they've got it. It's only $60 for the vendor fee. And if you vend like how I do, you know that is a reasonable price. They got the $2 raffles, y'all. It's lit, okay? It's lit. It's lit. Real quick, I want to let you all know also about the FluentRadio and members only car club. Okay, they're coming together for their first annual car and motorcycle show. That's going down on the 21st. Okay, and I am so blessed. The Blueprint Media Company is going to be providing, media coverage of the event. So make sure y'all get in tune. You know, if you'd like to donate, because this is also a fundraiser. We helping the babies get their supplies so that they can go back to school. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to donate. I'm going to need you to go ahead and do that. This is going to the children to make sure that they've got everything they need to start the school year off. Okay, so make sure y'all go and check that out. That is just, I love it. We got to give back to the babies. And of course, now I just talked about Bledsoe Media and Inspire Creative. Y'all make sure y'all go and check him out. He can help you with, editing. I know I got authors that tune in with me. A lot of people that, if you're looking for a job, you need someone to help you with your resume. This is the man that you need to go to, okay? And he also offers media services as well. So media, I see you. Shout out to Tax Strategy. Make sure that you all go and follow them. My girl, Erica, she is dropping knowledge on her page every day, okay? It ain't even tax season right now. It's always tax season for people that need to do their taxes year round. But for, the season that everybody knows about, it's down, and she's still giving y'all knowledge. She is still helping y'all. So make sure you go and follow my amazing sponsor, Tax Strategy, and get prepared for next year if you don't have her tax preparer right now. We need you to get in tune. All right, speaking to my single parent families, shout out to CHBM Services, one of our sponsors. She offers resources, and she's helping these families to level up. So if you know someone that could benefit from these services, they are in a single parent family, make sure you go. And, Catherine also leads a lot of things. If you're looking to volunteer or donate any goods or services to give back to the community, you definitely want to link with my sponsor, CHBM Services. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's lit. Fire Infusions is cooking up some stuff. So make sure that you all head over to their page, Fire Infusions on Instagram and Fire on Facebook. And make sure that you go and follow so you can be the first to get the deals, okay? Ask BlueJae. Black Excellence, baby. Make sure you shop the collection. You can use my code MECHI10 for 10% off. I got y'all. And Black Dollar Days, okay? And now her initiative has started up. She's answering all of your questions on the page, so y'all make sure that y'all go and get in tune, okay? I keep telling y'all, I don't know why we be going through this, okay? Make sure that you go register your business. This is a free service so that, people that want to shop Black-owned businesses during the financial protest, they'll be able to do so from looking at the directory. So go sign up, y'all, okay? That's what I'm telling you. Visit theblackdollardays.com for more information. And last but not least, job opportunity of the week. So last week, I let you all know that they were looking for, they're looking for truckers. That is still a current need. They're looking for Class A drivers. But at this time, they're also hiring for remote positions. So you can visit closingthegapedu.com to go ahead and apply. Or, you know, if you need to set up an appointment, they're only doing appointments only at this time. So you can't just go pull up. You can't pull up. I'm going to need you to go ahead and make that appointment online. Visit closingthegapedu.com. Period. So remember last week, I had Lexi Blow from Jocelyn's Cabaret on the show, y'all. It was a really, really, really great interview. She's got so much stuff going on. I put my topic on hold because, hell, I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to keep y'all no longer. But last week, I was letting you all know that I wanted to talk about why Black women's looks were so heavily criticized. But this week, I wanted to add a little bit. I didn't want it to be so broad. I wanted to talk to my ladies that are in the workplace, you know, about some of the things that you may have experienced as far as criticisms within that space. And I've got a few things that I, you know, read in some pretty important articles, and I want to talk to you all about it. So that's pretty much it. That's what we're going to do for the topic of the night. Hate it and love it. All right. So it's like, where do I start? So I found myself, you know, y'all know I like to read the news and do all of that. Let me get into these comments real quick. Chanel said, I love you, Queen, my favorite media host. Oh, sis, I love you. I love you. I'm sending you hearts right back. Definitely. Thank you so much for your support, y'all. We got to support each other. They try to make it seem like everything is so divided, but we really support each other. And it's like, my whole thing is, before we jump into the hate or the love it, people got to stop moving with hateration and holleration in the dancery. A lot of the times when people move and they're like, you know, jealous of somebody else or whatever the case is, they see something, they see a quality in that person that they probably like. You know what I'm saying? We're not moving with that. We are collaborating. We coming together. If you see somebody that's doing the same thing that you're doing, it don't automatically have to be like, oh, go on your guard. You supposed to support. We supposed to support one another. Okay? That's the word that I'm going to leave y'all with. But jumping into my first hated it. So check out this statistic. Chicago area expressway shootings have doubled in 2020, and the rates are climbing in 2021. Y'all, I take the expressway often to get to and from work, and I would be lying if I said that there isn't like some type of fear that kind of comes along with that. Like when you're sitting in traffic, you just like, shit, you know, was it another shooting? Was it something else that happened? You know, it's kind of a little bit of a scary time. Like we're literally fighting an illness within COVID that we can't see, right? We're already fighting that. And then now, you know, it's like when you're trying to get to and from, you just, you know, these people that are getting, you know, shot on these expressways, everybody is trying to get to some place. You know what I'm saying? We all have to be somewhere. And to have to worry about your safety on the road, it's just really, really, really unfortunate. And it's something that I can say in my lifetime, you know, it wasn't a fear that I ever had when I was younger or when I first learned to drive, you know. It's just a little bit too much. So I really hope that the numbers don't continue to climb. You know, my hated it is that we're even going through this in the first place, that this has to be a thought. This has to be like a fear that something may happen to you while you're in your vehicle traveling to and from where you have to go to. You know, I hate that it's like that right now. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, man, you know, and I'm like, you figured last year, it's just like, where the heck were y'all going? Everybody was in the house. At least they were supposed to be. Okay. That's my first hated it. Getting into the second one here. Did you all hear about the story about the Black real estate agent that was arrested in Michigan while showing a Black man and his son a home that was available? A total legal thing that happened. And they, you know, from the story, they described it that they were in the house, and the house then was surrounded by law enforcement that were looking to figure out what was going on. I'm going to take a sip. What y'all sipping tonight? Y'all know if y'all on this live with me, we sipping a little bit. We gonna sip. We gonna sip because that's sip worthy. It seems like, okay, I'm gonna go completely left and then I'm gonna bring it back to this story. So over the weekend, I watched the show Them. I watched it. I binge watched it with my husband. And it was so crazy to see like a story that was set in, the 1950s was when that show was set. And it's Them on Amazon Prime if you have not watched it, or you're late like me, because I was totally late to the party. Only because they had a scary element to it. And anyone that knows me knows that I'm not doing scary movies. Not willingly. My husband literally has to prep me like months before. If he wants to go see something that comes out around Halloween, he's just like, babe, we're going to go in October, and it'd be like May. I'm like, okay, I guess I got to prepare myself. But needless to say, I didn't watch the show up to that point until then. But a lot of the stories that I'm seeing now in 2021, which is not so far, it seems like it was a long time ago, but these are things that likely are, our grandparents, our great grandparents, they interacted, with these, they had these situations going on around them. And, so when I read the story, I saw it right after I had concluded the series. And if you haven't watched it, it shows the racial challenges that a Black family had while moving to Compton during a time before is like the Compton that we know in 2021. So it was, I felt like it was a really good series. I saw people that gave it some bad reviews, and, I'm not here to argue. Everybody interprets shows differently. So, you just have to kind of respect it. But I really enjoyed it. Let me see. Leslie said, I missed the series title. It's called Them. Just Them. And it's on Amazon Prime. It was a really good story. I mean, there's some people in there, you will watch it and just be like this. I kind of don't like them. You'll be rejoicing at moments that you probably shouldn't. That I will tell you. And definitely, I mean, if you get triggered by seeing like racial things on television, you may not want to go into this series. No problem, Leslie. Yeah, that's the one. It's so that's my second hated it. I won't dwell, but going back to it, it's very unfortunate to see these things that are still happening. This is a real estate agent, they have their license. They have to go through so much stuff, you all, to be able to sell these homes. And this is a Black man that's got his Black son, and they just looking for a house. It reminds me of the Arbery. It reminds me of just all these things where it's just like they, when you are at a place where people are making you feel like you shouldn't be there because you're a person of color. It's uncomfortable, It's an uncomfortable conversation to have. It's an uncomfortable situation to have to address, to be in. I mean, it's not cool. And my heart goes out to them because it's like, man, to have to deal with that as if looking for a house ain't stressful enough. All my home buyers, my homeowners, y'all know, you trying to find the perfect house. Then you go and it's just like, man, the people didn't showed up. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, the things like that will really, really catch you off guard. And it was just very off-putting to me when I read the story. So, definitely just keeping them lifted, because that's some stuff that'll be traumatizing. You look outside, it's all these cars. You like, what in the set it off dead presidents is this? What is going on at this moment? At least that's how I felt. Moving along to the hated it, honestly, there wasn't, I can't say that I read anything like in the news or anything that was just like, oh, this is going to be my love it this week. But, when you have situations that happen around you where it opens your mind, you come to a lot of realizations. For me, my love it this week has to be just having like those eye-opening experiences where you know how to handle yourself accordingly. Whether if it's personal, if it's in the workplace, if it's within business, when that moment that you have when like how you need to move forward. And we're not talking about just bad situations, just anything where it's like those instincts kick in and you're learning to do better. You're making better decisions. You are seeing how certain things turn out and figuring out how to kind of navigate it more towards the things that you want it to be, so that it's in alignment with what you need. That has been It's been great. I told y'all on the last show that having gone on vacation and having that time to really relax and just kind of unplug, you need those moments, y'all. I was missing it during COVID. I'm like, I need to get to the beach. I need the sun on my skin. I need something. Okay. And when you get that, you're able to just open your mind, open it all up and just do what you need to do. You come back with a renewed sense of energy, determination. Like I'm telling you, I can only speak it. And it gives me chills. So I'm going to say that is my love it for the week. Now look, I got to take a quick break, but I need y'all to stick around for this. What would you do? Okay. I need some help with this one. How can we advise on this situation? All I'm going to say is that it's about a relationship and it involves a felony. I'll be right back. Woo child. Woo. It's a little bit too much for me, but.
The Black Dollar Days initiative has officially kicked off. Make sure that you join founder Faye Porter in her mission in uplifting the Black community. You can join by registering your business or just replying that you're in and you're ready to be in on this initiative. Okay? Visit theblackdollardays.com and do what you need to do to be a part of this. Be a part of the change that you want to see. Make sure that you follow them on all social media and let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Are you or someone you know in need of a job? Go ahead and reach out to Closing the Gap Staffing. They have positions available for all professionals. Visit ClosingTheGap.com for more information. And be sure to let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Check out Random Thoughts. They have custom greeting cards and baskets for your every need. Oh, and they're having a pop-up shop extravaganza on September 3rd. Okay, it's got an open bar, DJ, and lots of vendors for you to shop with. Let's get it. Are you or someone you know in need of a job? Go ahead and reach out to Closing the Gap Staffing. They have positions available for all professionals. Visit ClosingTheGap.com. Check out Random Thoughts. They have custom greeting cards and baskets for your every need. Oh.
Y'all, this stuff is back here going crazy on me. I'm like, why are you playing that again? You gotta love the bloopers, okay? Let me get into this. What would you do? Okay. Are y'all ready? Hold on. Let me take a little sip before I read this, because you're gonna need it. All right. Yesterday, I learned that my current boyfriend of 1 year is a convicted felon. That's not even the worst part. He served 23 years for drug trafficking and conspiracy to commit murder. I feel deceived and stupid. I feel like I don't really know him at all. Like, what else is he lying about or omitting from the conversation? I haven't talked to him about it. At this point, I think that I should just cut ties and be grateful that I didn't find out about it 2 to 5 years into the relationship. Also, I'm afraid to bring it up because we live together and I don't know what he's capable of doing. Should I just leave? My sister thinks that I should just pack up and go. She offered to fly out and help me move my things. Should I talk to him about it before leaving? Up until this situation, he's been a great boyfriend. He's very supportive, kind, and generous. Literally the sweetest guy ever. What would you do? Ooh. Ooh. Hey, sis. Patty girl checking in. Patty girl checking in. Girl, do you hear this? What would you do, child? Do you hear it? Hey, Whitney. Thank you for checking in, girl. Do you hear the what would you do? What would you do? Y'all, I'm stuck on this one. I'm stuck. She said, look amazing. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Okay, this what would you do got me bent, y'all. Let me know real quick in the comments if you need a recap. Okay, Whitney is saying I missed it. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing again. I'm going to give you a quick synopsis, okay? This too much. Right, okay, hold on. Wendy, I'm about to get to your question. So, look. Quick recap if you're just tuning in. Tonight's What Would You Do? A young lady just learned that her boyfriend of 1 year, he is a convicted felon. His charge was drug trafficking and conspiracy to commit murder. She's debating if she should just leave, or if she needs to confront him about it. Her sister's offering to come out and help her. She's a little bit concerned at this particular point. Woo. Whitney said, hey to Wendy. Hey. Wendy also, she said, this is too much. And I agree. I agree completely. How did she find out? That part, of course, we don't have that part of the story, Wendy. That's the part that we need. I'm like, girl, so how did you find this out? She said that he's a good guy. She said he's supportive, kind, and generous. He's the sweetest guy ever. And then this is the thing. It brings up this particular what would you do is very layered to me, because we know that there are people that have, been in the system that may not necessarily have, done the crime, wrong place, wrong time, that, there's a lot of different situations that applies to it. For me, it's the charges. Okay. It's the charges for me. It's the charges. Let me see. TC said, I'd be up. It sounds like she or they never got to know each other before moving in together. Yeah. But you know how, so look, TC, this is how it goes. Okay. These people are moving in a heartbeat. A lot of these people are needing places to stay. Yeah. A goodbye, but hiding bodies, no thanks. Yeah. A good guy. Wendy said, how was it kept a secret? Lord have mercy. Yes. I don't know. He went for 23 years. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then my whole thing is like, is that all the charges? Like, has he been charged somewhere else 23 years? Like, you did some stuff. It's the conspiracy to commit murder for me that has me very concerned. I don't know about y'all, because this is the thing. People, as far as with the drugs, like for me, my whole thing is like, when you're talking to somebody or meeting, getting to know them, you gotta ask certain questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, having charges like that could prevent you from buying a house. It would have come out anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, we talked about ghosting on the show before. Like, when is it appropriate to ghost? When is it not? I agree with her for being worried about the fact, or at least letting it kick in, that she could be in danger if she does confront him about it. I am torn. I'm torn. Whitney said, this is a lie. I'm overwhelmed. I need wine. Sis, I'm sipping right now. I'm sipping. When he said that she can ghost, it's appropriate. Yeah, I mean, if you go, I'm gonna provide that closure from you, and I'm gonna be like on the other side of town. I'm not gonna be where you are. No, that's too scary. That's too scary. It's a little bit too much. I don't know if she needs to move to another country, but she definitely needs to get up out of there. She needs to go ghost. He don't need to run into you at Kroger's or any place like that. You need to get ghosted. It's critical. This is a critical. This is the thing. I do feel like, if you can only, I don't know if you should even have the conversation. It's the conspiracy to murder for me. When he said she's interested in knowing how she found out. Yeah, you and Wendy, y'all both want to know. And I mean, me too. Did somebody tell her? Was she snooping? But then it's like, if that's the case, then why didn't nobody tell you, or how didn't you try to look at this before you got a year in, before you moved in with this person? I need to know how we about to live. Drug trafficking. For all you know, he probably got a couple kilos at the house. I'm just talking. This one, I was stuck on what to do. I don't feel like she owed him an explanation, because he didn't feel like he owed her an explanation by telling her that he was a convicted felon and what the charges were. And it's so crazy. So, I tell y'all what, story time. I had a situation like this. It was not at a year, but of course, I dated before, I was married and everything. But yeah, this one guy, he actually had like charges. It was some domestic violence. When I tell y'all, I left that, I was about to cuss. I left that alone with the quickness. All I knew was it was like we were talking, and then it was decided like, hey, we go together. Y'all know how that was, them old relationships. We go together. That's my boo thing. And then, all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, I'm fighting these charges. I'm like, okay, thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. But what were the charges for? It was a situation that happened with my ex. I'm just like, oh, geez, what happened? What happened? So as we were getting into the conversation, he hands me the letter from DuPage County. Okay, all the information. I'm just like, oh, Lord Jesus, what's going on? So I get to reading it, and it's like 3 accounts of like some like domestic violence, like battery. I was like, what the hell is this? I said, wait a minute. Because the situation was long gone. Because let me tell y'all, what MzMetchi ain't never did. I'm not dating you and calling you my man and you fresh out of a situation. I'm fresh out of a situation. I didn't roll like that. Okay. So this is somebody I thought to an extent I had, vetted him as appropriately as I could as a young gal. Let's say that. But I'm reading the paper in astonishment. I'm just like this. I'm like, I am in this particular space with this man by myself. I'm by myself. He didn't beat a bitch before. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm not saying it to be inappropriate, but, I'm just like, wow. I'm like, you have put hands on somebody. I'm immediately concerned. So, of course, what is it? The fight or flight? Is that what kicked in? Girl, wait. Yes. Whitney is tripping. She said, Mechi, what? Let me get my wine because you got me over here like, what? Yes. Not DuPage County. It absolutely was. It was in DuPage County. Okay. So, he lets me read the paper. He walked off, he came back and he's just like, oh, so I'm like, my fight or flight kicked in. I'm like, I'm going to play it cool and I'm going to take my ass home. I'm going to get about this situation. I'm going to get about this jizam. Okay. So, of course, playing it cool. I was just like, well, hey, these are some pretty serious things. This is probably something that you're going to want to seek some legal counsel for. I had to turn real corporate real quick. I'm like, yeah, you're probably going to want to seek some help with that. Call, I don't know, somebody, Peter Francis Geraci, baby, shit, call somebody. Okay. You got a case. You have a real case. This is a real case that's going on. So immediately, of course, I did ghost that situation. Eventually he's just like, what was it? And I'm just like, you had some serious things that you was dealing with. And I wasn't about to stick around and wait for you to try to kick my ass. Because see, I'm going to have to fight you. And then I would have charges too. And that would be a problem. You would have some people that would be very, very upset with you. It's out of my hands. I wish that phrase was around back then. It's above me now. So in this situation, somebody and you think that's domestic violence, all of that, all of it is a crime. They crimes. And not judging anybody, because this is the thing. There are some people that have come out, they have changed their life. They have organizations, they're giving back to the children. They're doing positive things. So I'm not saying that everybody that's gone in, that they cannot reform themselves. I don't want y'all to take that away from the conversation, but you got to do things at your comfortability level. I applaud sis for having her instincts kick in to let her know, like, this could get dangerous, sis. You might want to back away now. And I'm glad that she found that at 1 year versus when she's invested. Now y'all got a mortgage. Y'all got a child. You know what I'm saying? You have things that it's not a bad situation that's what he went through. He's out. He may be a great guy. He may not be no bogus dude. But if that's not what's going to fit for you, y'all doing each other a disservice by staying around. But the fact that he didn't say anything, that's enough to let me know that sis she going to have to kick him. She's going to have to kick them to the curb, because people that have situations like that, the real ones, okay, they're keeping it 100% real. They're going to come to you and be like, you know what? I have this on my background. This happened to me. When you are getting to know somebody and you're embarking on a serious relationship, you have to be honest, okay? Everybody comes to the situation, friendships, relationships, with a past, okay? And don't let nobody shame you for the shit that you done been through. Excuse my language. But it's real. If you used to be a hoe, you was a hoe, baby. That's what it was. If you used to deal drugs, then that's what you used to do. It does not, can't nobody judge you for your previous walk of life. So he should have been honest with her and say, you know what, I want to embark on this with you, but let me tell you about something that happened to me then that could possibly affect my now and my future. Because if you have something like that on your background, that's not something you're going to be able to go to the Dorothy Brown thing and just get it expunged. It's a little bit deeper than that. That's probably going to be with you for a very long time. Okay. You have to be honest about those circumstances. People have to stop sucking people into situations because they may be afraid, they may be embarrassed or humiliated about their circumstance. You got to not lie to people or hide the truth. That's not right. It's not right. It's not right. Yes, Peter Francis Geraci. Yes. I mean, you should call somebody. Okay. Yes. You know, so I agree. I mean, I do think that she needs to probably separate from the situation because it seems like that based off the tone of what this young lady wrote, if you don't feel good about it, don't force yourself to stay somewhere. Usually when you try to force things to fit and it don't fit, it make you uncomfortable. And it may not be physically, but it makes your circumstances, your environment uncomfortable, your pockets uncomfortable. We're not doing that in 2021. And this is the thing. There's a way to respectfully, you shared, a year with this person. Some people, a lot of these relationships these days, hell, they don't last past 30, 60 days. You could look on somebody and be like, in a relationship with so-and-so and so-and-so. Then they back out hitting the streets. Then like 2 months later, it's like whatever. And I ain't judging. I'm like, hey, look, if you want to rep your set, baby, rep your set. Rep your set. But if the relationship is not in alignment with what you need, you don't have to work at it if it's something that's to this magnitude. But be safe, sis. Be safe. It's real killers out here. You ain't hear that from me, though. Look, I want to take a real quick break. Y'all leave some of the comments. I'm gonna wrap it up, but y'all let me know what would y'all do? Y'all staying? You gonna stay? You gonna go? You gonna talk to him? Or you not? It's definitely something. It's something to think about. So I'm gonna leave that to y'all.
Meet author, speaker, and coach Ask Catherine, founder of CHBM Services, LLC, dedicated to reducing poverty among single-parent homes through career development and resources. From books to apparel, events, and an entire listing of virtual workshops, as well as CHBM Services U, they've definitely got something for everyone. Visit chbmservices.com for more information. Oh, and don't forget to tune into Ask Catherine every second and fourth Saturday at 2 p.m. on FluentRadio. Shop the Black Excellence Collection by BlueJae today. From mugs to apparel and all of the accessories that you need, the Black Excellence Collection has you covered. Make sure that you use promo code MECHI10 for 10% off. Shop now at www.agsbluejay.com/shop. It's Black. Time to get into what's happening and what's up in these streets. Let's get it.
Okay, so look, let me tell y'all about the foolishness that's going on with tonight's What's Happening, What's Up. Why is Mountain Dew teaming up with Pepsi and Boston Beer to bring a hard Mountain Dew, y'all? They about to make a malt liquor. Mountain Dew. Y'all remember they said that shit was so sugary? Do y'all remember the stuff they used to say about Mountain Dew? Somebody got to remember. I know somebody remember that they said Mountain Dew was a sugary mess. You might as well just get you a cup of sugar and just eat it. Just eat it and then fill it up with another cup and eat that one too. Now they're teaming up with Pepsi. Boston Beer. So Boston Beer is going to be producing this drink for them. Oh my goodness. Lauren, hey, random thoughts checking in, y'all. Make sure y'all go to the pop-up. I told y'all. She said, I don't even like Mountain Dew. Girl, like, she said, yuck. Ma'am, I need to let you know that I thoroughly agree. So first off, Mountain Dew is not even good on its own, but I would be lying if I said that I did not enjoy a little bit of the Baja Blast. Judge your people. Do not judge me. Okay? But traditional Mountain Dew, puh. I'm going to do it again. Puh. Bye. So Boston's going to be producing this beer. It's coming out in 2020. So if you're trying to get, if you one of them Mountain Dew heads, if you like Mountain Dew, this is the drink for you, okay? I need you to go ahead and do it. The Baja is good. Yes, it is. Okay, TT said Mountain Dew is a sugary mess. It's about 48 to 60 grams of sugar in it. That's 48 to 60 of those little packs at the restaurant. That's a lot of sugar. Oh, my gosh. Do you know that them little packets at the restaurant? TT, I can't even handle, like, past 2 of them. I'm like, 48? Oh my goodness, that means when we was drinking a Baja Blast, we was basically just drinking a hot, sugary mess, okay? And now they about to make a beer. Bizarre. Anyway, moving along. So, do I have any Power fans? I'm sure that I do, okay? Stars, Courtney Kemp, y'all, the producer, she just inked a deal with Netflix, okay? According to Deadline, she's got a 4-year deal where they're going to create a new series and other projects for a global audience through her end of episode banner. She's still going to be doing the production for, for Power, for all of those series that are going on. So it's really, really a good time for her. It's so nice to see representation like her and Shonda Rhimes, women that are able to get these multi-million-dollar deals. You know what I'm saying? Like if you are a creator or someone that's looking to attain the success that these women have, within media, within, the movie industry, the Netflix, the streaming services, these are definitely the people that you should look up to. Like, I'm so proud of her. I read it, I was like, yes, that's our sis. We're rooting for you. The show's going to be good. I'm going to continue to pay my T-Mobile bill. That's going to pay my Netflix bill. I love the fact that you can get Netflix through T-Mobile. I love it. So I'm so excited for her. Did y'all hear? This is my last little bit of what's happening. What's up? So y'all know a few weeks ago, I was telling you all, we were talking about what was it? Britney Spears and her conservatorship. Her dad, y'all, it broke today. They said he was stepping down. I'm like, oh, he heard the cries. He heard the cries from the Britney Spears fans, okay? They was like, step down. Stop trying to take over her life. It's not worth it. It's ridiculous. Stop. And that's exactly what he did. So when I read that, I was definitely happy to hear that. Like, I ended up seeing some article that floated across my timeline a couple days ago that Britney Spears she bought her first iPad. I'm going to take another sip. She bought her first iPad that she was ever allowed to have. TC said that fool should have been stepped down. I agree. I agree that he is a fool, capital F. Okay. Britney Spears' daddy did too much. Britney Spears, this is the thing. I love all music. I tell y'all that all the time. I listen to everything. One day I could be listening to a little, I go drink Juicy J, and then I'm going to switch over to a little bit. I might listen to some Katy Perry. I'm going to listen to it all. And I definitely listen to Britney Spears. If y'all said y'all didn't watch her videos on the box, you a lie. You a lie. Y'all know when we was kids, we couldn't say the word lie. We had to say you was telling the story. Y'all some lies. Lie. No, definitely was a fan. And it was very, very, her testimony that she gave to fight for getting him off of her conservatorship was heartbreaking. To know that she was going through that as someone that kept us entertained for years. Literally. And I agree with this. TT says she is a grown-ass woman. If she want to F up her life or not, that's on her. Absolutely. Let that woman live. She done lived and danced and I'm a slave. She did all that for years. And everybody was able to eat and enjoy the fruits of her labor except for her. That's not right. So I was happy to see it. I hope that the person that they have on there, that they are not influenced by the dad or any of the family's ways that have kept her in bondage for years. I'm hoping that that's not the case. Man, prayers up for anybody that's like that. You know, this is the thing. People go through stuff. As I've gotten older, you know, when Britney Spears first cut her hair, I remembered it. You know, that was tabloids were like really kind of, you know, they were starting to pick up on stuff. And, you know, this was before it was online and, you know, you saw it when you was at the grocery store and everything. But the older that I'm getting, I understand what she, not personally what she went through, her actual walk, but I can understand how it would have driven her to do those things. You know, it's heartbreaking because, you know, this is the thing. People have moments. They have moments where they're going to exhibit behaviors or different things that are not like their usual stuff. I can't even talk. That's the one. Everyone has those moments, whether if you have them privately or you have them publicly. And to be continuously like condemned for it, that can't be good for somebody's mental and emotional health. And it's like they stopped caring about her as a person and she was more like an entity. That's what I gathered of how they treated her and how everything has played out and how he still continues to talk about her and, you know, degrade her as if like she wasn't the one that was really checking the bag. So Jamie Spears, good for your ass. We're glad that you're gone. Bye. Okay. The fact that she couldn't get an iPad. Come on now. TC said, I don't know, Niecy Pooh. It's something about those celebs that came up through Disney. Yeah. I think Justin Timberlake was the only one that got out and was like semi all right. Whitney said, yeah, they need to leave Brit alone. Honestly, I just came back. Yeah. It's just a little bit too much. Yeah, they are messed up. Leslie said, there's quite a few celebs that come from Disney as children and their lives are completely effed up. Yeah. And it's like, don't nobody see it. I'm like, what did y'all do to them? They must have had them. They probably had them like practicing and doing some whole other stuff. Like I'm telling y'all, you can only imagine what they was doing back then. Everything ain't as regulated as it is now. You know, you do something wrong or you be overworking the children or whatever the case is, and you got all types of people coming up after. Everybody. Wait, Whitney said, not Disney is evil. Oh. You know, when they talk about some of the underlying things that some of the movies that we watched as children that is based off of, isn't it kind of crazy? It's like, whoa, what was y'all doing? She said witchcraft. Bye. We are not inviting that on. We're not inviting that on to the Blueprint Live today. But no, that's what's happening. What's up? You know, it's just, to me, it's just a little bit too much going on. But you know what time it is.
Now it's time for the Blueprint Live's topic of the day. Let's get into it.
Okay, so look, wrapping up with that. Topic of the night. Why are Black women's looks so heavily criticized in the workplace? So I want to tell you all what happened to me. Y'all know I be switching up my hair all the time. I can't help myself. I have to do it. It makes me feel so good. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we jump into this, I want to read this comment. TT said Disney is under investigation because they had a child porn ring running out of Walt Disney World in Florida. What? Oh, no. That's not funny, girl. Shit. That's horrible. Excuse my language, TT. I'm sorry. Oh, not under investigation for the child pornography. Do I need a sip? Ugh. Y'all, not the children. Not the children. Winnie said, I love your hair. I was going to ask for deets. Okay. I think I can help you out with that. TT said, folks just effing jealous. Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, Lauren, that's what I'm saying. No, not the babies at the Disney. Yeah, my blog did story 2 years ago about, did a blog story. Okay. TC, please make sure that you send me the link to that so that I can share it. That's horrible. I hate that happened. Okay. We're going to pray for the babies that's involved in all of that. Because I don't know. I'm sorry. That just didn't sit right with my spirit. Okay. So the topic of the night. So, okay, I said I told y'all I had story time. So y'all know when I went on vacation, I had got my my locks or whatever the case is. And have you ever had like as a Black woman in corporate, like that silent criticism? You come in, you have a wild hairstyle, you have like some wild colors, and your non-colored coworkers be looking at you like, good morning. It was like that, that uncomfortable type of thing or whatever the case is. So of course it happened. Of course it happened while I was at work. I'm like, okay, I see where we at with it. I just be cracking up. But it led me to think, because it's like a lot of times we've seen all of these like cases where people are fighting to be able to wear their hair in natural styles. And I had my faux locks. When I went. But I could just tell, it was different from my sleek looks that I'll go to work in, so I could tell they was just looking at me like, the hell is going on here? And I'm like, this is the vacation hair, boo. When you go on vacation, you trying to have something low maintenance. I'm like, I ain't trying to be out there. I'm trying to be maintaining these drinks in my hand. I'm not trying to be maintaining no hair. Okay. So, but it kind of got me to thinking, and, of course I've talked and I'm able to interact with other Black professionals that are within the corporate space, even talked about, some of these things on my podcast, Corporate Chronicles, you know what I'm saying? Just like some of the things that we have to deal with. So, besides the micromanagement, besides all of these things, it's just like the looks is criticized. And I did want to show you all this. I'm going to pull up the first one, where this young lady was talking about a comment that was made during a luncheon that she attended. So let me go ahead. I'm going to try to pull this up here. Okay, so let's see. She said in 2017 at a luncheon hosted at the Cipriani, I'm shortening this up, 42nd Street in New York, Minda Hart found herself seated next to a recruiter for corporate board positions. Over cocktails and a plated fish entree, the two talked about race in the boardroom. The recruiter, a white woman, complained about the challenges of finding Black women to be corporate directors. To test how she responded, Hart, who founded a career development company for women of color and had a book on the topic released in August, asked the recruiter who she would be more comfortable putting forward as a candidate for the board. A woman of color with a sleek ponytail or one with a natural hairstyle, such as locks or an afro. The recruiter said the woman with the ponytail. Hart's recalled the phrase that she used was clean cut. Okay. Hart wasn't surprised given the woman had said it was difficult to find Black female directors, but it was a reminder that these unconscious and conscious biases keep us from even having the opportunity to have a seat at the table. We haven't even had the chance to introduce ourselves, and there are these assumptions of unprofessionalism. Baby. Okay, let me get into these comments. TT said, folks are just jealous of Black folks. They despise us, but yet mimic us to death. It's crazy. It's like, as Black people, we have all of these beautiful features. We can do our hair in all of these different ways. Our natural hair, we can wear weave, we can do whatever, we can go blonde. We literally can rock anything. And I can say that in a professional space, I've definitely felt like I had to tone it down. Like, I'm able to, I had to like slowly integrate who MzMetchi was. And my current 9 to 5, I'm like, okay, I'll start off with the straight hair. Then it's going to start getting a little wavy. Then I'm going to do some long curls, but then I'm going to shorten them up. Then I'm going to come in with some big ass hair in my nose ring, like boo to the yow. I'm here. And when I talk to other Black professional women within, certain industries or that, work in certain spaces, they also find themselves having to kind of like, it's like you got to, as they say, clean it up. Let me get into some more of these comments. Winnie said, yes, they get so uncomfortable. Clean cut, shaking my head. Leslie said it's okay for them to do it, say and wear whatever, but when we do it, they shun us. Yeah, I came in, I had some hair, you all know, like the copper color or whatever. I was like, let me test it out. You know, I started off with a 1B and 33. My ladies that rock the hair, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, boom. Give them a little 1B and a 33. Let me see how y'all respond. I'm going to kick it up now. It's winter time. I'm going to do a 99J. My girls, y'all know that's burgundy. Y'all know that's one of my favorite colors besides black. Okay. They're like, oh, hi. You know, like it's like, it's real thing like that. But let them come in with some purple hair. Pink, red. Red be brighter than ours. I'm just like this. I'm like, well, you better come through with the old school Wendy's red. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wendy said I used to interview with a sleek bun, and when I got old, I did not care. Twist out it was. Yes, you gonna see me. Period. Wendy said that was my color there. Absolutely, girl. Yes, mine's too. You already know. She said they always think we cut our hair when we change it. Right. I'm like, if I come in today with a wig on and tomorrow I come in and I got kinky twist, throwback. That is my business. You know, I just don't get why, you know, it is so heavily criticized. It's just like nobody is looking at your work ethic or the fact that we come in and most of us, we are grinding. We are grinding. Every workplace has people that are lazy as hell and they're not doing right. But the people that's doing right, and it's like you looking at them, like this lady said, it's the biases that we can't even get in the room. You got to fight to get in the room. You got to really be on your stuff to get in the room, or you got to know somebody and know somebody and know somebody. There was one part. I'm going to pull this up here. So let's see. Now this was the whole switching. So that one, I'm not gonna go too much into that one, but you know, there's been like stories that have been done, and you know, it's sad that even now it's just like, you know, why are we going through this? Or why every time, you know what I'm saying, somebody do change their hair, why you gotta comment on me? I could tell they was salty at my faux locks. I was laughing though. I was just like, I don't care. I'll take them out when I'm ready. I'm gonna swing them around. I'm gonna swing around like walk a flock of flame. That's pretty much where it was. I mean, you know, I think that it comes down to, you know, people love our qualities, you know, until they feel like it's not like appropriate. That's what I kind of gather from it. I don't know. She said, thank God I know the Lord. He has set me at tables. Woo. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, me too, Whitney. Like, and I can sit there and I can be myself now. You know what I'm saying? That took years of being able to navigate, but I'm like, look, I'm going to step every time. TT said, I worked with someone who was non-color and they wore locks and they got treated like royalty, but the colored coworker was treated very different. It's disturbing. Yeah, they'll be like, man, look at your locks. Blinks hard in disgust. Yeah, I mean, we'll never really know like the core issues of why it even matters, or why like they're having to fight so hard for us to be able to, you know, wear it. I mean, there is like literal cases where, you know, people have filed, they like, I've been discriminated against. One of my girlfriends that I went to college with, I love Dana. Shout out to Dana. She's out in DC now doing her thing, but she actually had her company. What they did was she has locks and they photoshopped her company picture to basically make it look like she had a bun in her hair. And I mean, the Photoshop was so obvious, y'all. Like, it was so obvious, and it was so. I said, so y'all wanted to make her, did y'all want to make her look like a cartoon? And I'm only speaking about this publicly because she did have it on her platform when it happened. She shared it. It was a public post. Y'all know I would never go and like put somebody's business out there like that. But yeah, she shared it on there, and I was appalled. I'm just like, are you serious? Oh, okay. I guess that's what y'all doing. Y'all gonna just Photoshop a whole bunch. Y'all gonna do it. It was like they did shit in Paint, y'all. Y'all know Paint, the one that's on your PC. Y'all Apple users, y'all might have a Paint application too. It looked like they used the Paint application on her stuff. I was like, did y'all really do that? Maybe it's crack. Maybe it's crack that they on. I think it is. I don't know. TT said, just F them and do your own thing. Yeah. And Wendy said, that's just disrespect. Very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. And I hope that people that are dealing with that and they get these cases, I hope they all win. It shouldn't be criticized. And, we have to, remember while we're talking about Black women's looks, it's not exclusive to us. The guys, when, y'all know, I don't know about y'all, but I love beard gang. Beard gang. My husband's beard gang. Beard gang. They, if they stuff be too crispy, they be coming at them about their mustache. Men have their own whole separate things that they get judged about in the workplace. Oh, and please don't come in there with no locks. And you beard gang too. Write them up. That's what they be saying at the office. You got to cut that off. If you doing security, they even do it in the security industry. Why do they have to cut their beard off? Is that gonna prevent them from? Is it because y'all beard's not growing like that? Like, I be having real questions that need real answers. So while we go through our own sets of challenges within the workplace as Black women, Black men too go through that as well. So I don't know, y'all. I don't think that we'll ever really know. We just have to continue to keep navigating and showing up as our true selves. Okay. That's the only thing. And I've even given that advice on the podcast on Corporate Chronicles. You got to show up as yourself. It's okay for you to do that. Because if they don't accept you, because this is the thing, there are some dope companies out here that will accept you for who you are. They letting y'all work from home now. Okay, these companies are evolving and they are understanding that, people have lives and stuff outside of their job. They're not going to look exactly how you want them to look. I can't show up looking all clean cut by the hair sometimes, because sometimes I want to put in I come in the club shaking my dread, throwing these balls and busting these heads. I want to do that sometimes. Leslie said even the military has relaxed their rules, so corporate America better catch up. Oh, yes, they do. They better. And she said they better catch the hell up, and I agree. They are very, very, very behind. Very behind on that. I'm like this. Y'all still want us to dress up in business casual the entire time? Or can I just be myself? Can I come in here with some decent clothes on and be comfortable and work my ass off? Because that's all I want to do. I just want to be comfortable. That's all I want to do. I just want to be comfortable. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with that. I guess in this instance, we'll never know, but we just got to continue to keep getting through it anyway. Okay. The quote, this, this topic would be upsetting to me sometimes, but I'm gonna let it ride.
Thank you so much for all of my listeners for tuning in. And now it's time for the quote of the night.
Okay, so I'm pulling up my quote of the night for tonight. I'm so glad that y'all tuned in. I hope that y'all enjoyed the show. I told you it was gonna be lit. I told you. Let me see. TT said the dress I can understand, but for the hair to be an issue, they need to get bent. Yes, they do. They do, TT. Thank you so much for y'all for tuning in, for definitely jumping in on the comments. Y'all know that I appreciate you. Okay. This one is a good one, but a quick one. So listen up. Tonight's quote: your cup will remain empty until you choose to fill it up yourself. Okay. If you are going through a time where you just feel like, oh, my cup is empty, how can I pour from this cup? It is up to you to pour into it first, because you can't pour from an empty cup. We already know, okay? And this is the thing, time you fill it up, you're going to pour it anyway. That's the reality of the situation. But choose to do that. If you need to be replenished, do what you need to do in order to make that happen, okay? We're not just sitting up there with our cups all empty and cracked and looking dry looking in the inside, okay? Get up and fill it up yourself. If it's your dream, something that you are aspiring to do, you want to go after, an initiative you want to start, whatever, your business, you want to get a new job, whatever that is that it may be, get up and fill that cup yourself. That's the word that I want to leave you with. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Next week I'll be back. I've got my girl Kamaya coming on. She's from One Life to Live Travel, and she's also got a new venture that she's going to be kind of premiering with me next week. And it's Kamaya's birthday. So she's my travel agent that I work with, and she's got a business venture. And I appreciate the fact that she's just like, I'm coming to you first. So she's about to start her press run for the things that she's got coming up. And so I'm really excited to be a part of her announcement and her birthday celebration next week. So yes, Leslie, thank you for putting this up. She said the quote, y'all, your cup will remain empty until you choose to fill it up yourself. Okay. Yes. She said, come on now. That's so dang true. It is. It is. I want to say I love y'all before I get up out of here. Got to thank my amazing sponsors. Okay. Shout out to Tax Strategy, CHBM Services, Fiya Infusions, Ask BlueJae, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, Black Dollar Days, Bledsoe Media and Aspire Creative, Random Thoughts, and Closing the Gap for tonight's job opportunity. Okay. Remember, they're looking for remote workers and Class A drivers in the Eastern region. Okay. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Next week coming back, got a real hot show for you. So make sure you join me back next Thursday at 6:30 and have a beautiful rest of your week. Bye. Boop, 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 boop.